Hello, Dave Hino, Ocean State Tackle. Want to talk to you about some surf rods for Tautog. A lot of people fish from the shore. Here in Rhode Island, people fish from Stonebridge and Tiverton. People fish at Beavertail. People fish in Narragansett. And from jetties. You want a rod that's 9 or 10 feet, 8, 9, or 10 feet in length. It can be longer, but you don't really need to. Tautog are usually pretty tight to structure, so it's pretty simple. Now, here's a relatively inexpensive combo. This is a Penn Battle combo with Penn Battle rod with a Penn Battle reel. The reel's set up for braid. This is a good size for Tautog. Good size rod, good size reel for somebody that does some chunking and throws some lures, some larger lures. You can see this is a very fast action. Has some sensitivity to the tip, but once you get to the third guide, it's all business. Anyway, that's a good entry-level graphite. I'm not saying it's an entry-level rod, but it's a relatively inexpensive graphite. Now, this is about 2 steps up. This is a St. Croix Mojo, and this Mojo was rated 10 to 20 pounds. 3/4 to 4 ounces. So this thing has capability for throwing plugs, Tautog, striped bass, anything you need in the bay. You can see the tip's a bit soft, but once you get here, there's a ton of backbone. This rod and these guides are made for braided line only. These are not to be used with monofilament line. It's a physically light rod, lighter than this. 2-piece, asymmetrical. When a rod splits 70-30, you get more action because the rod doesn't really bend after the ferrule. So if the ferrule is way up here, midpoint on the rod, you're not going to see that, you're not going to get that parabolic action. Now, another St. Croix rod is the Triumph series. Here's an 8-footer. This is a nice light tackle inshore rod. You're fishing from jetties, like you're fishing inside Wickford or from jetties. 8 foot's ample. You're not going to cast far. This rod has an 8 to 17 pound, half to 2, but with braid you could throw 3 ounces on this. Just use a leader, and it is a very fast action. Even though it's 8 to 17, it's got a lot of backbone, and I paired that up with a Boca 50. This is just to give you an indication of the real size that you want. Again, Tautog fishing, striped bass fishing from the shores, lure or bait, braided line, 40, 50, 65 pounds, depending what size rod. Longer rods, you might want to go with 65. But these smaller inshore rods, 40, 50 pound test is great. Anyway, Dave Hino, Ocean State Tackle. We can put together combos from $85 up to about $700. Never feel that you can't be well served at any price level here at Ocean State Tackle. Tautog fishing season opening is today. We're open 5 to 8 p.m. every day now, which will change. We'll be adding more hours as the season progresses. Dave Hino, Ocean State Tackle. Tautog fishing's here. Stripers are on their way. Let's do this.